Each school project was unique, using local and regional folk material from the digital archive as inspiration for work linked to the national curriculum.
My point of view, the biggest value was the fact that it's local, the fact that we can be a school in Barnstaple singing a song about Barnstaple Fair.
From early years foundation stage through all the key stages, including GCSE, A-level and international baccalaureate exam syllabuses.
What we wanted to do was to work with them so that they get some real embodiment of what Morris dancing is about for them personally, and then when they come to observe and critique another choreographer's take on Morris dancing, they've had some of that real experience themselves.
We did know traditional songs, but they tend to be the Bobby Shaftos and Blade and Races and things, so learning new northern traditional songs has been really, really interesting. We've never done clog dancing before, we've never done rapid dancing before, and working with professional musicians and artists has been a real pleasure.
Right, this is Year 5's display, and they had the song "Oh Shenandoah" as their song, and they really took the beauty of the song and the majesty of its actual song and just went with that. They were doing the Egyptians in the River Nile, and so they chose to kind of have a comparative case study of Shenandoah.
I think one of the most creative aspects of the project for me was the songwriting.
I ended up making a whole verse of a song, and together with my class I made a chorus, and then together with my table I made a verse. And I felt like my work was actually important for once.
It brought in loads of their phonics and their spelling with the rhymes, and then it linked into their topic work, so they were remembering. In my class we thought about the way schools had changed, so we were bringing in their previous learning from that, and it sort of linked everything together in a really creative way that the children really took to, that I never would have thought about doing songwriting and literacy before, and now I've sort of gone to the literacy coordinator and said I really think this is something we should look at continuing forward for next year.
At Durham Johnston Comprehensive School, a folk tune collected from Durham Marketplace was used with students.
My mum asked what it was and then Googled it. She really liked it. And my dad kept asking me to play it for her.
Each school worked with 2 professional artists and a trainee, with 10 days of contact time and additional days for planning and staff training.
We of course are in our own small environment. It's been a great privilege and very stimulating to work with other musicians. Do you expect people to turn up for a session with students with swords? Probably not. I didn't know the difference between a melodeon and an accordion, etc. And getting 240 students together singing at the same time is magnificent, and I think that was the highlight.
We did a workshop where we learnt about the different types of folk music and the stories behind them, and then we did some ceilidh dancing as well along to folk music, so it was really enjoyable doing that. And then obviously the folk concert and working with Kat and Ian to make music I really enjoyed it.
At the end of the programme, 18 schools with over 500 children and young people were able to perform their work at the National Showcase Conference held at Town Hall, Birmingham.
People rushing, people crushing, people shoving.
Your feast is not over. Tuck in your napkins. Pick up your knife and fork, because there's another course coming your way. It all began
down in the light of the day.
In each school, artists were able to offer training for the whole staff or for relevant department or year group.
Teachers found the training day so useful. Everyone was so excited about it, and the fact that we'd all be doing it together and coming together as a school.
Professional development days were held across England, enabling other teachers and individuals to learn about the digital archive and how to use folk material in action with their own pupils and students.
I'm planning a music and dance day for May or June, and I'm hoping to do local music, so I thought this seemed like the ideal course and find some locally appropriate material for the day.
I guess just to be reminded how that these are kind of tough tunes that have survived through the years, and so they can take a lot of different treatment, and that was really nice to kind of work on, I suppose, arranging or using the tunes in different ways.
The Full English Learning Programme also provided 11 placements for trainee folk educators who gained experience of working with different artists in planning, delivery and evaluation of projects.
The opportunity to do something that's got this much support behind it and this much infrastructure was just unbelievable. I couldn't resist applying, and I was delighted when I got the position and the opportunity to work both here and at Queensbridge. So fitting to the circumstances has been very interesting, and how different people have adapted their ideas to what the schools want. It's really been inspiring, and the number of different routes to get such amazing results has been really interesting.
A professional development day was held for all artists and trainees involved in the project, held at Cecil Sharp House, the headquarters of the English Folk Dance and Song Society. Through all the work with schools, communities and families, and with support from the cultural partners, artists, trainees and volunteers, the Full English Learning Programme has helped take folk material from the digital archive back to the communities it came from. But this is only part of the story. The projects may have come to an end, but many of the resources generated by each project are now freely available for you to download and use. Just log on to the education pages at the English Folk Dance and Song Society website and explore the resource bank and beginner's guides. You can search all the resources and teaching tools by geographical region, particular key stage or type of activity, e.g. music, song or dance. And don't forget, there are still thousands of songs, tunes, dances and more waiting in the Full English Digital Archive to be found and used in your own projects.